Hey guys, I got with the picks. It is Monday early morning. Well, we finally had a winning day yesterday. First game of the day didn't come close to the vision that I had. Definitely didn't envision Dolphins doing what they did. It got to a point in that game, hell, I started rooting for the Dolphins. But we came back in the afternoon game, the over in the Giants game, and then we came back in the night game. I feel so bad for Baltimore. I mean, they have just outplayed Cincinnati 3 times this year. They've outplayed them 3 times this year and only have one win. Commentators said it. I mean, why in the hell would you press everyone to the middle whenever you telling your quarterback to jump over the top? I mean, it just Baltimore dominated that game. Yards weren't close. Yeah, and I'm almost making it sound like we lost that game, and we actually won that game. We did have the Ravens plus the points, which was good. I have the Monday night game, and I also have a player prop that I absolutely love tonight. So after the 2-1 day, it moved our record. We're back at 500, 13-13. Obviously, with the juice, we're still down. We're going to work on that here. Cowboys are given 2.5, and the total is 45.5. Now, when the BUCS clinched with the win over the Panthers, and it only took them 17 weeks to concede to the fact that they needed to throw on first and second down instead of running a play for a yard and wasting a play. And that's what they did in that game. That's exactly what they did in that game. It took them a while to get clicking, but they got it clicking eventually. It's no surprise. I mean, everybody knows Buccaneers have absolutely no running game at all. And that definitely ain't changing in this game. It's not changing in this game at all. Both these defenses have been bad. The Cowboys secondary is 25th in NFL in passing DVOA since week 13. The quarterbacks that's torched them are funny. Trevor Lawrence. He's not funny. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But how about Davis Mills? How about Matt Ryan? How about Gardner Minshew? How about Josh Dobbs? How about Sam Howell? These are the quarterbacks that have absolutely been torching the Cowboys since week 13. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And now they face a playoff Brady. A playoff Brady with some really good weapons on the team that's healthy. The BUCS secondary, here's another good one. The BUCS, if you like Cowboys secondary and DVOA since week 13, you'll love the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers secondary is even worse. They're 28th in passing DVOA since week 10. I mean, Dak hasn't looked great at all. Forget about great. Dak hasn't even looked good at all. Dak has, he's thrown an interception in 7 straight games. Now, I've always been told, like, the whole regular season's practice. It's all practice. As long as you get to the playoffs, it's all practice. Once these teams get into the playoffs, they start playing in a different mode. And Dak has that. Brady definitely has that. These are two good quarterbacks that are definitely going to be putting on a show tonight. But like I said, I mean, this is Dak Prescott, and just like Brady, Dak Prescott, he got all kind of weapons around him too, a lot of them. The BUCS are definitely getting healthy at the right time, especially on the offensive line, which should give Brady a little bit more protection. I'm not saying a lot. I'm just trying to say a little bit more, and I do expect that. The over is 5-2 in the Cowboys' last 7 games, while the BUCS' last 2 games, uncharacteristically, have flew over the total. And I feel this line, Cowboys given 2.5, is close to being right. I don't think that should be the line, but that's okay. But what I do feel is where we're getting all the value at here, and I do expect this number to go up by kickoff. I do. All the value here is on the over. And our play in this game is going to be the Cowboys BUCS over 45.5 points. Now, the player prop we're taking here is the player prop is going to be Tom Brady over pass attempts at 42.5, and that sounds like a crazy number. 42.5 pass attempts. Now, excluding last week's game against the Falcons, where Brady didn't play much because starters didn't need to play much, the 6 games before that, Brady had 45, 48, 44, 55, 54, 53, averaging 47.9 attempts per game. Now, the only way we think that this is not going to hit is if Leonard Fournette and Rashid White all of a sudden learn how to hit holes the right way, and the BUCS offensive line is going to be able to open up massive holes for them. Now, the offensive line is getting healthier. There's no doubt about that. Pass protection. I expect this game to be a back-and-forth game. I expect the running backs to have more receiving yards than probably rushing yards, and I truly mean that. So let's recap real quick. Cowboys BUCS over 45.5, and the player prop is Tom Brady over 42.5 pass attempts. Guys, thank you for everything. The views, the comments, the subscription, everything. Thank you. If I made you some money yesterday, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get back to that game. Until that, you already know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to get back to getting this cash.